Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round number 4 of today's career mode. So today we're going to be playing round number 4, basically, and obviously Azerbaijan for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So yeah, we're going to be getting on with round 4 then here today, and basically, yeah, we'll see what we can do in the 4th round of the season. Obviously, just to show you basically how things are. So we've got everything. We do have flashbacks on. We do have part Fermi rules. So that means once we go after qualifying, 97% AI difficulty. That's what I'm playing on. Simulation damage. So the damage is real. Safety car is on, and same with VSC. The rules are on. Regular corner cutting. Because I find strict a bit stupid. So I prefer regular. Much better. Formation lap now is turned on, so you will get to see the formation lap and the lap to grid. Race starts are manual, and the interview time limit is extended. And surface and carcass temperature is simulation. I could have done surface only, but I prefer simulation and carcass. But yeah, anyway, on to round 4 then here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do for round number 4. So obviously, this year's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, just talking about it in general, was pretty hectic. Lots happened in it. Vettel dominated most of it. Then after the safety car, Bottas looked like he was on track, or could have certainly had the chance to win, but then picked up that late puncture. Vettel tried to... The two Red Bulls went into one another, so that's what happened at the real Azerbaijan Grand Prix. But what's going to happen here at this Grand Prix? Just for those that do not know what the George Russell career mode is, basically George Russell will be a new driver in 2019, racing for Williams Racing, and basically I am recreating basically or simulating George Russell's early career. And I'll be taking it from Season 1 all the way to Season 10, hopefully, so you guys can watch a 10-season career mode, maybe. But it does depend, obviously, before the 2019 game comes out, of course, because obviously F1 2019, even though it's, yes, a year away, but at the same time, it is only around the corner. And before we know it, we will have F1 2019 on our hands. So, yeah, you know, we've got to play.
Sessions, you can check the details in the car monitor. We'll get
so there we go.
For both race and factory teams,
so anyway,
so they're well worth running.
Obviously this weekend we do not have any upgrades, so the car is practically Bob standard as it was for the last round 3 in China. Round 3 in China we finished 13th, so let's have a good race here anyway. Oh, bit bumpy there. Open up the DRS now, down the back straight, down into turn 1. Now, that back straight there that you just saw is very much a motorway, and the slipstream can be so beneficial for you, but also for the AI and for the car behind you. So you do have to be careful. Oh, that ain't a good start, is it? So already making a crash. Because it's only free practice, there is no points or position to be won or lost. I'm gonna use a flashback so we can pick up, you know. Oh, don't want to be using too many. So, this racetrack isn't my favourite in real life, or in the game, and finding it so difficult to keep the car under control through there. But yeah, don't expect any magic like we saw in China. I wouldn't be surprised to find myself last. So you know, we'll wait and see. So Vettel doing a fast lap. Obviously, I'm going to be the first real comparison to Vettel in some sense. Obviously, in another sense, not really. But you can't really compare the Williams to the Ferrari. But we can compare where we are. So right now, 4 seconds down, the watch is saying. So down, back straight, take a shorter run to the line. We do a 147. That's 5 seconds off of pace. Not really, Jeff. Not really. So anyway, on to now the second practice program. Hopefully we can pick up a purple there as well. We'll do race strategy. So we're only going to do like 3 practice programs per week or per round. I may do actually 2 videos today. We'll see. We'll see how long the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is. So it literally may be after this live stream another. So down the back straight once again. Open up the DRS, that drag reduction, that will hopefully help the car come down here. Yellow flag for whatever reason. But we're going to have green in just a second, so had to take a bit careful through there. Oh, once again, going too deep into that corner. That could be a problem come qualifying. Again, a bit deep into some of these corners. Sorry for the amount of flashbacks that are being used right now, but obviously it is only practice. So obviously I'm not really, like, I don't really care right now about practice. Because right now, this isn't the most important part of the weekend. Right, we're only going to use one more flashback because obviously it is now becoming a bit silly. So this will be the last flashback we use this session. If we crash or retire, next time an incident happens, we'll just go in. Yeah, there we go. So that's the last flashback. I'm not going to use any more flashbacks now because obviously I feel like it's becoming a bit beyond the joke now. I don't really care. Like I said, I may bring out another video today. In fact, I may converge this into round 3 and 4, we'll see. So this may be the shortest video you'll see today because I just don't know what it's about this circuit. It does not meet my flow, and expect the same for Monaco and Singapore. Do not expect them to be long videos. So expect maybe another round after them Grand Prix. We'll just see like where we are. Anyway, after we've done this Grand Prix.
That was a nasty incident.
Well, too right. It wasn't a good incident, I don't think. Is any incident a good incident? That's a good question. I don't think a incident is what you want anyway. But anyway, into qualifying we'll go now, and we'll see what we can do in qualifying. I don't expect any miracles here, because it is, I think, one of my weakest circuits on the F1 2018 game. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sergei Sorokin out-qualify me, really. But, yeah, you know, like I said, you know, it's one of my weaker circuits on the calendar, and it's something actually I can work upon actually. I just need to learn how to drive it, if that makes sense. Anyway, on to qualifying now, so we're just going to do a quick pass out. I feel like we're lacking actually in the middle sector, but the rest of it's going to be the same. Transmission, I feel like we can be confident on the throttle. I want to be a bit more confident on that throttle. In terms of weight distribution, well, I'm going to lower the... I meant in terms of PSI, I'm going to lower that. And in terms of weight distribution, I'm going to put that a bit more towards the front. Anyway, so let's see how all them changes help us. Or maybe they won't help us. Maybe they'll make us more negative. So anyway, out onto the track we go for the first time. Let's see what we can do. Obviously, it's only going to be our first flying lap. I hope, and hopefully, we'll be able to do a good job. Right, out onto the track we come then. Down the main straight then here, or the back straight. In terms of the car, feels a lot more Baku-y. And just to let you know, it is raining here, so in fact, being out early could benefit us here. So I'm gonna try and get around as fast as ASP, because obviously this rain could be a factor. It may not give us pole, but it could be a factor in where we start tomorrow's race. And we're gonna have a slipstream, so we'll see. Let's see where it gives us. Engine turned up to max, ERS now at the maximum possible. We'll have the slipstream. We will have DRS also, so here we go then for our first flying lap, for what will be our only flying lap maybe. Who knows, how will the rain affect the session? Down the back straight we go then, into turn one, and we are coming in like a bullet into turn one. Then turning left, alright, turn one, a little bit loose on the exit, but that's okay, it won't affect us too much. Don't affect, then once again bouncing over them curbs. Turn one, down the back straight now into turn three, and the first few turns here are literally 90-degree left-handers. So obviously how the rain is affecting this session, I have no idea. Will it affect it? I have no idea either. But it's raining anyway, so it may just provide a shot result. So Hulkenberg doing a 142, quickest man right now out on the circuit. And
that looked bad. Are you alright?
Now
let me know you're alright.
that is us out of qualifying. And obviously, unfortunately, I am going to have to retire. I don't feel it's justified. We were on a quick lap and we made a mistake. And yeah. Anyway, let's see how things were affected. Well, I think we blew it. I don't know. I think we would have certainly been able to get ahead of our teammate there, so I'm just not sure. Because obviously it was Sainz who we were following. I don't know whether we were doing a quicker lap than Sainz or a slower lap. To me it looked like we were nip and tuck. So therefore I think we would have been just behind the Sainz. But oh well, that is qualifying over then. As I said, I'm not going to use 100 flashbacks because at the end of the day it just wrecks the purpose of the video. But yeah, you know, obviously, like I said, you know, that's qualifying over. Oh well, we'll be starting last.
But chin up.
But nonetheless, obviously, going into round 4, I do think we can have a decent race once again, and I hope that we can have a good start and a good race, hopefully. Obviously, it's a long race, 13 laps, anything can happen. Who knows what will happen in them 13 laps. But at the end of the day, we just couldn't get... Well, I think we had the setup, but we just made an error at the end, nearing the end of a lap, and we basically made that mistake, and it cost us... who knows what it cost us at the end of the day. I guess that's a nice thing that we don't know at also the same time. Anyway,
so before the off,
so gonna skip all this bit because obviously you've probably seen it time and time again. Obviously I'm pretty sure you can tell right now I'm not looking forward to this Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and that's because obviously I just never get the best result here for whatever reason. It's one of them circuits that I just don't know why I don't get the best result. It's just never seeming to flow for me, and yeah, you know, obviously it's something I've got to work on. So in terms of weather today, it looks going to be dry. So yeah, you know, if it looks dry, that's good. What's going on? Why ain't it playing? Just give me a sec to rectify this. Come on. Come on, game. Come on. Why ain't you doing anything? It's like the game is a bit frozen at the moment. There we go. That took longer than expected. But anyway, so we're not starting last, just to let you know. We're starting 19th. So, yeah, you know, it looked like Roman Grosjean got last and yesterday. And on the way we go to the formation lap, forming our lap to the grid. Now, I don't know whether this is the first time this year we're starting... actually on the clean side of a grid. I'm pretty sure it is, but yeah.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions are looking good.
So just warming up the tyres right now, just swaying the front, doing some burnouts for the rear. Of course, you know, so let's just have a look at how our tyres are doing. Yep, no, quite nice. In fact, right now, front right could do with a bit more of a warm-up. But, you know, we'll let it be. So, you know. There we go. That got the front warmed up then there. So, here we go then for what will be the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Only a few more corners now. Oh, hitting the barrier there a little bit. Here we go then for what will be the first Azerbaijan Grand Prix of my career, the 2018 round number 4. Then ain't the first time I've driven on this track. As I said, I just have not got to grips with it just yet, and that is the thing. It's one of them circuits that really just not getting to grips with. I ain't anyway. So anyway, on to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Thank you if you're tuning in right now, or thank you if you're watching this video, I must say once again. Anyway, so on comes the lights. 5 red lights, lights out, and away we go. Once again, another relatively short hole. Not getting the best of starts, in fact, not getting a great start at all, but nonetheless, we go up the inside of Sergio Perez and Roman Grosjean. We will have the inside line going down into turn 2. We outbrake, obviously, both of them right now, and we'll have that inside line. And in fact, we're now up into P18, so we've actually gained 1 position then there off the race start. And next up is Pierre Gasly, who's in P17, but Sergio Perez coming back at us and down into turn 3, but not quite getting enough momentum to go around the outside there, or I meant down the inside, and we make a half spin, and we've lost all them positions realistically that we've gained on the opening few corners, but luckily we haven't lost any or damaged the car. But yeah, we've certainly lost a lot of time, because obviously we were up there with Pierre Gasly, and again going for another half spin. So obviously, as you can see how tricky this track is for me, and how much it does affect me, or how uncomfortable I am with a track like this. For whatever reason, I think it's the game controller isn't used to sharp turns, and down into the next turn we've lost a bit of front wing then, but yeah, you know, lost a bit of front wing. How will it affect our performance? I have no idea, but anyway, on with the rest of this lap. So we're firmly now in last here for what is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We've got a small bit of wing damage right now. Kimi Raikkonen doing the fastest lap of the race with a 1:45. So I may come into the... I'm coming into the pits, and I'm going to fit on the soft tyre. Oh, that's the inters. So yeah, on comes the soft tyre. Hopefully they'll give me a set of softs. And off goes the old. So obviously, as you can see, we've had a wing change here now. This has obviously hampered us a lot, but we'll see what we can do from here. I don't think we're going to be racing anyone. I may retire in a few laps time and may just go straight to the Spanish Grand Prix, and end the video and start a new video sort of thing. So yeah, here we go. Let's see what we can do then on these soft tyres. So up into now 6th gear, going around the Castle Old Village section sort of thing. Up through the castle section. So Kimi Raikkonen doing fastest laps, 1:42, whilst we're barely in the 140s. So that's our slowest lap of the race. We've just done there, 2 minutes 7. So yeah, just not getting to grips with this car. Anyway, this is just to let you know, my first video since Sunday, and yeah, many congratulations to Mercedes on the 5th Formula 1 Constructors World title. They've now equalled Ferrari with 5 back-to-back Constructors titles, but next year, can they add a 6th title to their names? Who knows? But yeah, many congratulations to Mercedes and to Hamilton. And also, congratulations in a way to Valtteri Bottas. Because obviously, without him, obviously, despite he may not be the quickest driver in the world, without Valtteri Bottas, obviously, Mercedes would not be 2018 Constructors World Champions, it would be Ferrari. So yeah, big congratulations to the entire team.
Gap to teammate ahead is 34.1 seconds.
So what's the gap? 25 seconds, I think. It's to Gasly. If we come out, if Gasly makes a stop and he's ahead of us, I'm going to call it quits. Because we're not going to do the fastest lap, and you can clearly see that. So this is our best lap, I feel, so far. So Sergio Perez is out of the race, just to let you know. So that's me now up into 19th. I'm still the last runner in the Grand Prix, but Sergio Perez is out. So yeah, just done my personal best lap. Then with a 1:46.3931, still a long way off what other guys are doing. So Grosjean's made a pit stop, and yeah, I may just call that at end of today's race then. So we're going to bring it back to the pits then, turn down the engine, and yeah, there we go. So that's the end of today's race. It's not the end of the video though. And do come back in a few minutes, because I am going to do now round number 5 of the 2018 calendar. Clearly we just didn't have the pace there, I don't feel, and yeah, you know, there's no point of spending, it's just a waste of my engine. I might as well save the engine, and yeah, you know. So my teammate's in the pits, but we're coming in to retire. So yeah, you know, obviously, you know, it's pretty sad we're retiring, but we won't finish last, effectively not last.
Okay, gap ahead is 16.9 seconds.
Yeah.
We're sat at the back place. Grosjean ahead. Gap to car in front is 16.9 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 9 laps to go.
So yeah, into pits we come then. So into pits we come, and that will be the end of today's race then. But I am going to do a round 5, so it's not the last round sort of thing, like, if you know what I mean. I'm going to do a round 5, so, but let's see who won anyway the race today. I don't know why you're telling me to go, because I'm retiring. Anyway, so it looks like it's going to be a Ferrari, but who is it? Which driver? So it's Kimi Räikkönen, who picks up his 3rd race win this season to take now 75 points. So I'm going to do another round to add on to this video. So, you know.
And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Carlos Sainz finishing 10th.
Here come our winning drivers then, out onto the podium at the end of a
Kimi Räikkönen from Lewis Hamilton, from Sebastian Vettel, then.
Congratulations to our top 3 today. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Kimi Räikkönen, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Look at where Roman Grosjean finished compared to where he started. That's a really strong performance, so driver of the day has to go to him, I think.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, that's how the race finished then for all the drivers. Anthony Davidson said his driver of the day was Romain Grosjean. Sort of have to agree with that, but I would actually say Lewis Hamilton did a pretty damn decent job then there, from 5th to 2nd. That's not bad, but yeah, you sort of have to agree. 20th to 13th, pretty damn decent. Anyways, in terms of the drivers, we still sit in 18th then, and as a team, we still sit in P9. But anyway, on to now the next round in Spain, which we'll now do. And yeah, we'll just see how we get on in Spain. Hopefully, you know, Spain's usually a track that I go well at, so I'm pretty confident. I'm feeling confident about Spain.
Tell us what happened. That crash looked pretty serious. Can you walk me through what happened?
I don't remember a crash.
It looks like your rival bested you today, doesn't it?
I'm just going to put his car was performing better, which it was, you know. That's a nice way. So I just put no comment to the other one and said that his car was performing better. Because Brendan Hartley, if you're just aware, is my rival in this career mode, or for the first few rounds of this career mode. So yeah, you know, obviously, you know, that is that now. So we'll go now on to the next round. So yeah, we're still winning the rivalry between me and Sergei Sorokin. Sorokin's certainly taken a jump closer to us today, and we're now losing the rivalry between me and Hartley, but only marginal between me and Hartley. You know, so yeah, we had a clean race. You know, we can't complain about that. Got 500 resource points, and also we met the team goal, which is always nice. So in terms of reputation, gone a bit down right now, a little bit, taking a bit of a dip after that race, but nonetheless, obviously, yeah, obviously, soon we'll get on to the next bit. So now we got to do a contract negotiation. So my value isn't high. So obviously, oh right, I feel like right now 17th is realistic. I feel like
contract exceeds your value to the team, it will be rejected.
Yeah.
Too many attempts will leave us stuck with the original offer.
Right, shush. Anyway, right. So 17th, I feel like realistic for both qualifying and the race. Right now, because at the end of the day, not been funny. We just don't have a car. I may actually push in terms of qualifying position actually up to 16th. That seems actually a bit more realistic. 16th. So 16th in qualifying, 17th in race. Or should we do 16th? 16th for both, actually. Yeah, why not? Team goal, I'm going to put medium. So yeah, we have a medium team goal. In terms of the upgrade speed, so I'm not really worried about that. I feel like 20% quicker pit stops would be more better and more useful. So we'll see how that goes.
They aren't coming round to that proposal.
So if we maybe up that to 15th, then let's have a look. Will they accept?
We're asking for too much here. We need to make some compromises.
Right. If we go for 15, that should just do it.
Okay, that
There we
proposal
go.
looks good.
So, right, there we go. So that is our contract.
So at the next race weekend.
So, as you heard, I think it's Emma or Gemma, whichever one of the two. Yeah, as you can see, that's our contract. So, our expected now qualifying position will be 15th, and our expected race finishing position also will be 15th. But as a bonus side to that, we've got 20% quicker pit stop. So, theoretically, in the pit stop, we should be able to make up some time there. So that will be a benefit to me. But yeah, next race obviously will be the Spanish Grand Prix. So let's go on to the Spanish Grand Prix, shall we? So obviously, this is one of my more favourite tracks, the Spanish Grand Prix. You know, so yeah, anyway, on to the tyres selection. So we're going to go obviously the softest compound. I feel that is the best way. In terms of setup for this, you really want to try and make a bit more straight line speed for yourself, but also you want a good bit of rear stability, and you want also a good bit of front downforce. So, you know, really running 5.7 wings here today will be the best option. A standard base up I like to use. I don't really like be going too like I know setups, but I know the basics about setups.
But some of them have failed quality control.
Right.
Make sure you indicate what you'd like redeveloped via the workstation.
So basically, we've got two things that have passed, which is good. Obviously, that will help. But also at the same time, we've got some front wing turning vanes that have failed. But otherwise, some things have made a bit of an improvement. Just going to have a look at how that will affect the R&D tree. So obviously, right now, you can see where the car's lacking. It is clearly a downforce issue right now. But otherwise, you know, I'm going to wait to the end of this weekend to do some upgrades. And I might just purchase some upgrades. So anyway, into practice we'll do just two practice sessions or two practice programs to get some R&D points. Then we'll go straight onto the qualifying and then straight into the race.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts, we'll just confirm they're performing to...
So as I said, this circuit should be much better for me. That's my hopes. Ooh, bit. But right, anyway, out of there. Right, let's go. So, whether or not we'll be able to fill the upgrades work this weekend is a different question. Hopefully we will. Right. Oh! Just lost it on the exit then there. Going to use flashback just because it's practice. Like I said, practice for me just means you can get away with using them flashbacks, but during the race and qualifying there'll be no flashbacks at all. But during practice I will be using some flashbacks, as nothing is settled in practice. Alright, that's not bad. That isn't bad actually, that lap time actually, because we were on the medium tyre, whereas Ocon was on the softer compound, much softer. So anyway, on to race now strategy program. So hopefully we can get that done now out of the way, and then straight into qualifying for round number 5, technically 5, here. So that must have been a very bad lap from Ocon, just to let you know. But even his teammate Perez couldn't beat the lap, which is shocking. So, Force India, not looking great. Alright, up the hill now. Open up the DRS. So, not quite getting the best luck then there. So, need to improve there. There's the McLaren. Right. A little bit out wide then. Ah, balls. Big balls. So just went wide onto the grass there. Alright. Up the hill now. So we now go ahead of Perez. And we're just right behind Ocon in terms of lap time. Not bad up the hill through there that time, lovely.
Super job so far. We're getting great data.
So we're not actually that bad right now in terms of our pace. I would say we're relatively competitive. Whether or not that's the new upgrades helping, that's a question we'll find out later on during this video. So there we go, that is that done then. So we get the purple score then there as well, so that's pretty damn decent now. So now we'll go into the qualifying, and I think we'll be pretty actually excited for the race actually. That looks pretty damn decent when you think of it, but is it just a mock result, or is that going to be where we are in real life? So obviously, like I said, I think we have a lot to be excited about there based on what we've just seen. The car felt good, felt consistent, and remember, that's without the setup. Now I'm going to put on the setup, and therefore we should be able to eke out another few tenths of the car effectively. So yeah, you know, obviously, you know, that should help then. So pretty damn decent then. Let's get into qualifying, and hopefully we'll be able to have a damn decent race as well. Right, so before we do that though, just gonna put my phone on charge.
Start here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, and what a cracker of a session we're expecting it to be. I want to talk briefly about the strategy in these qualifying sessions. Anthony Davidson, how can a driver adjust their approach to gain those critical extra tenths of a second?
Well, qualifying isn't about adjusting your approach necessarily. It's more about trying to repeat a low fuel run that you've practiced prior to this session. You're looking for perfection on the lap, and that's hard to achieve if you're trying something new. There are some variables that can stand in your way, however. Track position or unexpected yellow flags, for example. Coupled with ever-changing track conditions, it's important to be out there at the right moment. But as a driver, you have to try and ignore these distractions and just keep your mind focused on that one perfect lap.
Right, anyway, on to now what is qualifying. for the Spanish Grand Prix then. So let's go. So as I said, 5-7 wings, that will do it then. Lovely, hopefully. You know, and we'll see what we can do. 54, there we go. And yeah, weight distribution in there. So here we go then for the first lap of the Spanish Grand Prix circuit. We're going to just do a flying lap for now. So we'll have one flying lap out, and then the rest of the laps will be driven out to see maybe whether or not we're in effect. So right behind our teammate here then on the out lap by the looks of things. In terms of tyre wear, 3%. I reckon my tyre wear, if I did the out lap, would be around 1%. So something different than them. Maybe the AI does different. Maybe it attacks it a bit more, the out lap, than what maybe I would. Anyway, into the lap we go, and lots of slide out of that last corner down into turn 1. Let's see what we can do. Obviously we don't know what we can do because we haven't done a flying lap yet. So down into turn 1. More or less flat out, having to lift off the throttle pedal a little bit, but more or less flat out there. And what we can do on our first lap is spin the car and almost take out a Sauber. So anyway, into the pits we come then. So yeah, took out a car and more or less, and we're gonna go for a second lap. This time we're gonna drive out to get a feel for the track. I think that'll be better.
Checks complete. We're ready.
The nights burn bright to the sunlit, to the sun. Would you take a bullet? Would you bite the gun? Fall onto my knees, and yes, the war's already won, so please don't take me for no fall. Spend a lifetime in your shoes. Yes, I'm walking. Yes, I'm talking through the fire. Keep on burning on. I hold myself together. Goes on through the fire. Keep on burning on. I'll pull myself together. And sorry if I'm singing that, just getting in the rhythm sort of thing. So yeah, you can see the difference between me and the AI and the tyre wear then there. Just while I test that. Alright. Getting a bit of a gap to Vettel then. Right, I'm going to be quiet for this lap. Right, Vettel, get out of the way. Oh. Ended up past 19th. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
So that time plus 19th in there, so not the greatest. I didn't have the greatest last sector, no. I think the first and middle sector was okay. I don't think there was much wrong with it, but the last sector we need to improve on massively. We'll go back to the garage now, and we'll do obvious get ready for the last lap then, which will be in about a few minutes time. We could maybe try and risk doing another, but we're not going to. So yeah, we'll have a look. So if we have a look, I'm pretty sure my theory will confirm where we were quick. So yeah, we were slightly slower, actually, surprisingly, in the first sector. The middle sector, we were massively quicker, but it's that last sector, we're almost a second off the pace. So if you add on a second during that middle sector, that really puts us up into up in the last sector. That puts us right up into the top 12. Really. Yeah, so, yeah, you know, theory confirmed. Last sector just did not get it together. Obviously, we can improve, I think, in the first sector as well. I have no doubts in that one. But if we get it all together in the last sector, then we will be fine. So, out for our final lap then. For the final time. What can we do? That is the question. Can we get P12? I'm not going to rule out P12 right now. I think that's realistic. And anyway, out onto the track we come then for what will be our final lap. Anyone else following us out? Don't look like it. So it looked like we're the last car. So staying out of the way. And Dawn's on a quick lap, just to let you know. I think he's on a quick lap. Also, Verstappen should be coming through turn 1 any minute now, or right behind us, so just going to stay out of the way here whilst Verstappen goes through. There we go. So we're now in last. So right, we've got to be very careful here, because obviously, I don't want to lose time. So you've got to be very careful, because I don't want to impede them. I'm going to use a flashback, because I don't want to impede them, of course, but I don't want, at the same time. So I think I just impeded Ricardo there. Alright. Alright, anyone behind me now is gonna stay behind me. I don't care. Right, down into turn 1. You're having a joke. Am I okay? No, I'm not okay. Well, that's the end of quali. This video is just showing you how shit I am right now. Oh well.
as we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. Verstappen, Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh well, on to race then. So we'll get into race. Hopefully race will go fine. I have my doubts. So we'll get into race then. I have my doubts it'll go fine.
I'm glad you're not hurt, but that's a lot of damage.
Don't tell me. That's a lot of damage. Tell your cheeks of your ass. Anyway, we can come back from this. I believe it's only 20th place. I'm quite used to starting 20th anyway. You know, it was a shame. Like, I think we could have got much better. We just, you know, the other cars in a way messed up my what you call it, my grid lap. Other cars. I know they were faster, and rightfully they have a right to be there, but anyway. Gonna skip formation lap. And to speed up things now. And in a minute we're gonna go to 5 red lights. And once we've done that 5 red lights, we'll be lights out and away we go. So anyway, 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go then here. So, alright start, not bad, just trying to get the slipstream. Trying to carry it around the outside, bit of contact between me and my teammate, but ultimately, nothing comes of it. Can we go around the outside? Can we get Van Dorn? Down the inside of Van Dorn doesn't really leave me room. I had to take evasive action then there against Van Dorn, who doesn't really leave me the room. So I'm already up into 17th. So decent start. Up into 15th now. Can we get 16th? Right, here's Hartley. We're in the slipstream of Brendan Hartley. Can we get Brendan Hartley? We're coming. We're closing. We're going. Not quite, or are we? Can we now turn it around the outside? It's going to be wheel-to-wheel stuff. And down the inside. Then ultimately, and yes, we've got the move done up into 16th against Hartley. Alright, next up Leclerc for P15, and yeah, Charles Leclerc. Just to let you know, any comments left down in the comment section I will respond to after the video. So, you know, I will respond to as many comments, so please feel free to leave me a comment. Please make sure it isn't like abusive or rude, because just remember these videos are for entertainment purposes as well. You know, for not just you but also for me, and I want to, yes, take it seriously, but I don't want, you know, any abusive comments. Just thought I'd just say that so everyone knows, you know, because any abusive comments will be reported to the YouTube community who do take action usually against stuff like that. So anyway, 16th then on lap 3, and next up is Charles Leclerc. We do have the pace here actually, by the looks of it, to race with Charles Leclerc. And we are getting ever closer to the back of Charles Leclerc. So, Charles Leclerc right now in front of me, not too far ahead. So, we may get DRS now, just to let you know, on Charles Leclerc, but will it be effective is a different question. We're going to get the DRS, but so will Brendan Hartley have the DRS, open up the DRS. We're about 6 tenths behind. Look, Hartley's got more of an opportunity, but we've got the DRS to defend with, so that neutralises things really. But yeah, we are gaining quite nicely on Charles Leclerc, who is only marginal now up the road. So can we get P15? Hitting the gravel just a little bit, compromising me on the run up, but nonetheless still get the DRS, so that will help neutralise things. Braking a little bit late, but that's because Charles Leclerc broke a bit early. Right, losing a lot of time through once again this last section of the Spanish track. And Hartley much closer to the rear of my car this time. We may have to take defensive action. Can Hartley get me? Hartley's going for it. Hartley's now on the outside of me, down into turn 1. But I've just been told by my engineer, Brendan Hartley has a issue with his car, so this may affect the outcome of that battle between me and Brendan Hartley. So let's have a look whether to see if it does or doesn't. But I've lost a little bit of time to the group up in front of me, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Obviously we're now edging closer to the pit stop window, just to let you know. When is our pit stop window? So in fact we're going to be making a pit stop next lap. We're now out of the DRS range, but so is Brendan Hartley. So yeah, but look how much Brendan Hartley's fallen back. 2 seconds is the gap now to Brendan Hartley. So
I think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
no DRS this time, but we do have Mercedes powered engines, so we'll see. We're now up into 14th officially, just to let you know. That's because people are making their pit stop. So Gasly is now behind me, by the looks of it, in 15th. So that's what I'm going to do, Jeff, hopefully. So what tyre are we going on? Let's have a look. We're going on the soft tyre. That should be okay. Now, we may be able to undercut one of the Saubers here, because obviously, you know, the Sauber is relatively the same as us in terms of pace-wise. They've maybe got a little bit more to deploy.
Will be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in
Not
mind as you
bad
approach.
through there. So there we go. Alright, Charles Leclerc's boxing, so Marcus Ericsson's staying out, almost collecting ourselves though into the wall. There we go, getting the car just slowed down in time for the speed limit, but we'll have slightly faster, so could actually jump to, in we come, on goes our new tyres. Come on, let's go. Not happy with that. Have we been jumped? I have no idea, but it looks like we've jumped anyway. One of the Saubers.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on
And it looked like Pierre Gasly's also jumped one of the Saubers. So yeah, Pierre Gasly now still behind us. So yeah, on the outlap now. So got about 11 laps to go here at the Spanish Grand Prix.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
Oh. So Hulkenberg certainly looking like he's got the legs on us. So teammates in the pits now.
Sergey is in the pits. Sergey in the pits.
Let's see how far back. So Gasly right now. So yeah, we're now up into 15th. Can we get 14th? Here we go, and we're gonna surpass Marcus Ericsson then there. So not bad indeed to be ahead of Ericsson. That is now brilliant. So obviously our race target's 15th. So right now we're actually excelling our race target here. So let's try and now extend or go further right now, because obviously right now I wouldn't mind to get 13th either.
The car behind has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
And I'm not ruling out a points finishing position with a bit of luck. That's all we need right now, just a bit of luck on our side right now, and we could easily finish in the points. But at the same time, having said that, we do have a quick pack of cars behind us.
Wear on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
In Ericsson, Gasly and Leclerc, who are all quick drivers. But right now Gasly's fighting Marcus Ericsson. It looks like Gasly's past Marcus Ericsson. Right now though, we've lost a little bit of gap to now the cars in front, especially Hulkenberg, who's now looking like he's increased his lead ever so slightly.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.0 seconds.
So 2.0 seconds is the gap now to Hulkenberg. So lap 10 now of the 17, and Gasly's now behind me, 2 seconds now adrift of me as well, so that's only good for me, really. So on lap 12 we'll do a race update sort of thing to see where everyone is, sort of thing, to see who's in what position.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
I'm not fancying turning it up. There's a reason. I just don't think we're going to be able to catch these guys out in front, unfortunately. So I'd prefer to take home a result I've already got secure right now, or rather than risk it and lose a decent result. So
we're leading our teammate by 12.5 seconds.
We're a long way up the road from our teammate, who's 12.5 seconds adrift of me. So we'll do a update in a minute, just to see how this race has taken shape.
The gap to the car behind is 2.3 seconds.
So losing a bit of front end grip then through them long corners. So next, at the end of this lap, I'm gonna do a like a race update to see where everyone is.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.7 seconds.
So, yeah, not losing now too much time to the car in front, to tell you the truth. So in a second we're gonna do a race update.
Set the ERS mode to overtake. We have to push.
Right, now time for that race update that I said I was going to do on lap 12. So let's have a look where everyone is then in this race quickly, and then we'll get on with the last few laps. So just want to make sure. Yes, so that's Sebastian Vettel in P1 then, here for the Spanish Grand Prix, followed by Max Verstappen. Then a little bit of a gap back to Valtteri Bottas, then Daniel Ricciardo sat in 4th, chasing a podium. 5th is Lewis Hamilton. 6th, Kimi Räikkönen, the championship leader. 7th is Carlos Sainz, car number 55. Then Grosjean is in 8th, then followed by his teammate, who is in 9th, Kevin Magnussen. 10th is Fernando Alonso. 11th is Sergio Perez, car number 11. 12th is car number 31, Esteban Ocon. And then 13th is Hulkenberg. 14th is us, obviously, as you know, car number 15. So, yeah, you know, doing a pretty damn decent job, actually, at this Spanish circuit right now, I would have said. Followed by Pierre Gasly, who has a little bit of a gap, actually, back to Marcus Ericsson, followed by his teammate, Oh no, sorry, Charles Leclerc, followed by his teammate Marcus Ericsson. Then we have Sergei Sorokin fighting with Brendan Hartley, and then I'm not sure if this is last man. Yes, he is. He is the last man on the track in last place. Quite fitting, actually. Stoffel Van Dorn. So there you go. Then that is just a quick showing you where everyone is now in the race. On with the race now. That we've got
2.9 seconds.
So right now, obviously, lap 12 of 17. As I said, only a few more laps now to go. Right, down main straight. Now we do have a bit. I'm going to try and close the gap now just with pure pace. We'll see how much faster we can go, but we're not going to use any ERS, just going to use something called skillful driving and see if we can close the gap. Right now it looked like Hulkenberg's turned up the wick, or he's just doing a better drive than me right now. We'll see in a sec, because everyone might be starting to turn up the wick.
We're catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
I don't see how we're catching the car ahead, Jeff. In fact, let's have a look. 2.9, so made a small, you know, I'm just wondering, has everyone turned up that wick now and maybe gone into mode 5 for a few moments to see if they can catch anyone or get away from anyone. It certainly looks like Pierre Gasly's turned up the wick, because he's right on my tail. I think they have turned up the wick, so we're not going to react to this bluff. This could be just a plain and simple bluff. Oh, a bit wide then. So, need just a bit of focus time now.
Green flag.
Brendan Hartley is out of the race. So Brendan Hartley is our first retirement of today. So here comes Pierre Gasly. Around the outside goes Pierre Gasly then. And yeah. Pierre Gasly making most. Time to turn up the wick then. But I don't want to get drawn into a battle, because obviously right now we're... It's very easy to get drawn into a battle. So I'm going to turn up my engine now to the beans sort of thing to try and get back that 14th. Right, that's a good drive. Here we go then. Can we get Brendan and Pierre Gasly? Here we go. Look how much speed we've got compared to Pierre Gasly. And early on the brakes as well. Down into turn 1. Just defending then there.
That brings you off the place.
So just now saving a little bit of battery now for this final lap here. That is going to be the plan. Save that battery. Because obviously we're not going to be able now to catch Nico Hülkenberg. That's pretty obvious. But if we can defend against Pierre Gasly, that will be a decent race result. So obviously pressure has been mounted from behind, from Pierre Gasly mainly and Charles Leclerc, but of course
Okay, gap ahead is 4.4 seconds.
mainly Pierre Gasly. So I'm going to turn up the engine now in this middle sector, and I'm also going to turn up the fuel mix as well. So we're going to have full beans really on this final lap to defend from both of these guys from the behind, who are mounting a small challenge to me. So here we go, out of the defense. It's going to be 3 side by side, but where can Charles Leclerc go? Can he go around the outside as well like Gasly? We're holding on in there. Gasly's got us. Has Charles Leclerc got us? Not quite. Now we've only got half a sector to come back really at Pierre Gasly, but it's not going to be easy. So we've only got marginal, and I may just send it here. A little bit of contact between us, but it was fair racing, I think. Anyway, just marginal wheel contact. We both kept on the track, and there we go, up into 14th now, but we've made a mistake. This could be Gasly's big opportunity to get the to get 14th.
Burned off our excess fuel. Be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Pierre Gasly right behind us. It's about keeping calm, especially in this final section here. It's so easy to make a mistake, and we've just done that. We're gonna have...
Okay, this is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting the corners.
Well,
If you keep it up, the steward...
let's have a look. Did I gain any advantage? Because if I did, I'm gonna say I come... Let's have a look. So I lost it coming out of that turn. Let's have a look if I gained any advantage. I went around the long way. So I did go technically around the way technically I'm supposed to. Let's have a look. I did gain an advantage, so I may give the position... There we go. I don't know where we finished.
Right, race over.
I
Take
give
care
a
of the car
position,
on the way in.
finished 15th. That's fair, I feel, because obviously, yeah, Pierre Gasly would have had me if I spun. So would have Charles Leclerc, but he was a little bit more behind me, so I'm not going to give a position to him. But yeah, 15th, that's a fair dues. We would have came 14th if it wasn't for that final lap error. But yeah, so there we go. Sebastian Vettel is our race winner today. Many congrats to Sebastian Vettel.
Looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all,
So Ferrari now have a 4th win this season. In fact, already in career mode. Ferrari are on fire, I tell you that now.
It's time for the podium, and as the drivers
So there we
make their way
go.
out,
Max
there's a familiar
Verstappen
red
taking
suit making its way to the
second
top
place
stand.
with Valtteri
Fantastic win
Bottas
for
in
Ferrari.
3rd. So there we go. Sebastian Vettel then is our race winner today. So a brilliant race result for Max Verstappen, Vettel and Valtteri Bottas taking the podium then there. Good race result for us as well. I'm not going to take that away from us. I think that was a great race result. But yeah, Vettel controlled this one start to finish then, clearly, and did a good job to
And
race,
after this
get
round
the
of
race
World
win.
Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, you've put me in a bit of a tight spot today, but I think I'll go for Pierre Gasly. He kept a cool head under pressure and made the most of some difficult circumstances.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So yeah, there we go then. So there is your race winner, Sebastian Vettel. Max Verstappen taking second place with Valtteri Bottas in third. Fourth is Daniel Ricciardo. Fifth, Lewis Hamilton. Sixth, Kimi Raikkonen. Seventh, Carlos Sainz. Eighth, Romain Grosjean. Ninth, Kevin Magnussen. And 10th is Fernando Alonso, rounding up the top 10. Sergio Perez just missing out on points today in 11th. 12th is Esteban Ocon. 13th is Hulkenberg. 14th, last lap move from Pierre Gasly. Obviously, he was given the position, so in a way, I didn't have to hand him the position, but I chose to, out of mutual respect, really. George Russell, myself, in 15th. Charles Leclerc, 16th. 17th is Ericsson's. 18th is Van Dorn. 19th, Sergei Sorokin. And 20th is Brendan Hartley with a DNF. So, how does that affect the championship? Well, it still means Kimi Raikkonen is our championship leader. However, what it does mean is Sebastian Vettel now can start mounting maybe a championship challenge to Kimi Raikkonen. It's also Sebastian Vettel becomes the third race winner this season, in Season 1, after taking that race victory. Now joining Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Raikkonen as race winners this season in Season 1. Also, moving up then in the table, in the championship standings, we have Romain Grosjean moving now up into 9th with 17 points. Carlos Sainz moving up also into 10th, also with 17 points. However, what it does mean is Sergio Perez now gets dropped down one position. Other than that, no changes in the drivers. Constructors, well, unfortunately, despite that good race, us Williams have still 0 points after 5 rounds, but nonetheless, that just shows the car is competitive still at some circuits, which is good, and I'm really proud to see that. Ferrari leading the way quite dominantly, really. 51 points is right now the championship lead right now. But Red Bull also not out of the running just yet, so let's not rule out Red Bull. But yeah, as I said, Ferrari quite honestly on top of things at the moment. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that race. Then now just check how many credits we've been awarded. Let's see if we're going to make that upgrade that failed. And maybe we might make one more upgrade for future races. But we may hold back upgrades yet. Because I'm thinking of doing it every 3 races, making upgrades.
You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
It didn't look like anyone had much as grip as we did. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Maybe, you know, I'm just gonna put that. You know, I feel like that is
a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
I'm gonna put the car felt too heavy. You know, because that's really where the car does lack at the moment now. So there we go then. So that is that now done. That's the interviews done. I don't remember scraping too many rules, to be honest. I don't think I did. I only made one mistake during that entire 17 lap race, which is pretty good actually when you consider all things. So now in terms of the rivalry update here then, so we now lead once again our teammate, and we lead Brendan Hartley, 12 points to us in favour of Brendan Hartley, and it's now 21 points in favour of us to Sergei Sorokin. So not bad then there. In terms of the points scored then, let's have a look. So 252. Yeah, that's actually a decent, you know, so let's have a look. So reputation going up then there, which is pretty damn decent. Obviously right now we're not really appealing to the big teams like Mercedes, Red Bull or Ferrari, but we are quite now attractive to teams like Toro Rosso, Sauber, and that's it really. McLaren, I don't know whether they've got interest in us, but they certainly look happy. Anyway,
We've received
so
invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or
Right,
not to
so
participate before the end of the
there we go. So we met our team's objective then there. So that is all right. So let's now finish off that upgrade. Only 200 quid. And are we going to make upgrade? I'm not going to make upgrade this video for the chassis department. I'm going to wait for the next race so we have a little bit more points to spend, so we can upgrade quicker and better. That next upgrade should only take about a week, roughly. Let's have a look. Yeah, the next upgrade will come in Monaco. So yeah, we've made a little bit of progress then towards the front field, and in fact we're actually on the back of Toro Rosso. So yeah, you know, so far this season, and we've already completed 5 races of a designated 21 race calendar. So in a way we're about not a quarter of the way through. In fact, a quarter would be 7th race, or 1/3 would be the 7th race. So yeah, we're 5 races in. So after 5 races, we've scored a 16th for a debut race, a 17th and a 13th, and now a 15th. So in fact, when you look at that, half of the races have been completed inside the top 15, and the other half has actually been no lower than 17th, which is pretty damn decent. So we haven't actually finished technically last as of yet. Okay, we had the DNF in Singapore, and we're probably going to have another in Azerbaijan, and we're probably going to have another difficult race in Monaco, but we haven't actually, as of yet, had a bad race in the sense where we've actually done horrific and where we've just not been there. So we've always been there by the looks of things, especially on good circuits that suit us well. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this live streaming video. In fact, before we go, I'll let you see what you call it, the tyre selection I'm going to do for Monaco. Can I do tyre selection? Where is tyres? Oh, big balls. Tyre selection. So, and I'll quickly answer any questions that, or any comments. So just have a quick read through the comments to see who's commented on what. So
parts have arrived from the factory without issue.
I'm just gonna say Jack. So check out your racing channel when I get the chance. Sure, I will check out that racing channel, Jack, just to let you know. So thank you for that comment. Everything's going well, though, to let you know. Thank you also for asking. How's everything going? And yeah, everything's going, of course, well. And thank you for watching, Jack. And I hope you come back for more videos later on in either the week or whenever the next upload, which should be soon, hopefully. Maybe tomorrow or maybe the day after, one of the days I'll choose anyway. And thank you for watching. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Anyone late, obviously, to, I guess, the video, or anyone watching it in or after this live stream has gone out, thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Once again, like always, if you're new to the channel, then please subscribe, click that bell notification button. That will alert you whenever I upload or go live. And also, please leave a comment down in the section below. And also, on top of that, please give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, of course. If not, I do support people giving it a thumbs down, and I do support people leaving a negative comment in the section below. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good night, guys. See you soon for hopefully part number 6, the Monaco GP. And maybe I might actually start doing 2 rounds per video. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching once again. See you soon. Have a good evening.